On September 9, 2021, the Sanxingdui Museum in Sichuan, China held an archaeological press conference to officially announce the discoveries from pits 3 and 4 of the Sanxingdui Ruins. They include more than 500 artifacts, many of which are considered national treasures. This supersized bronze mask is the latest artifact to be unearthed. The archaeologist in charge said it was hard for them to take the mask out due to its big size and complicated burial conditions.
This
is a large bronze mask we unearthed from the central part of the number 3 ritual pit. The widest part from one tip of the ear to the other is 136 centimeters and the height is around 75 centimeters. It can be regarded as the largest bronze mask unearthed in Sanxingdui and even the largest in the Shang and Zhou dynasties. Now, only one half of the mask's face has shown up while the other half is waiting for cleaning. First, the mask is huge. Second, the burial conditions were very complicated. Now we can see its face, but when we discovered the mask, this side faced the bottom of the pit. We found its backside at first. We saw its ears, and then gradually saw the whole mask. We knew about the existence of the mask at the end of January, ahead of the Spring Festival, but we didn't take it out until late June. Xu said the mask was discovered together with many other relics like ivories and bronze ware, so they had to sort them out first before handling the mask. In addition, a lot of seashells were found in the nasal cavity of the mask when it was unearthed. The Sanxingdui Ruins are located in China's Sichuan, a landlocked province in southwest China occupying most of the Sichuan Basin and the easternmost part of the Tibetan Plateau. In 1929, a young scholar and his son accidentally unearthed over 300 jade artifacts while digging a ditch next to their home. A British missionary bought a few pieces of the unearthed jade from the family and found them historical and valuable relics. The British missionary immediately asked the local garrison to protect the site. In 1934, the missionary and the then director of the West China University Museum organized a team to excavate more than 600 artifacts. However, Sanxingdui suffered a long hiatus until 1986 when precious artifacts such as the bronze statue, the bronze sacred tree, and the gold staff were unearthed. The excavated site of those phases is known as Pit 1 and Pit 2. A total of 6,095 artifacts were excavated from both pits. In September 2020, a new round of excavations started. In half a year, archaeologists found 6 new pits. Because of these 6 new pits, the excavations of Sanxingdui received much attention from the government. In late March 2021, the official Chinese media even carried out a 4-day live broadcast of the excavation of Sanxingdui. Half a year has passed, and now the Sanxingdui Museum has released their findings. 557 intact pieces and 1,214 salvage pieces have been unearthed from pits 3 and 4. The materials of the excavated artifacts are diverse, including gold, copper, jade, pottery, ivory, bone, stone, shell, etc. There are even silk items. Gold masks, top bronze figures, and supersized bronze masks are the most stunning among the unearthed items. In general, the more one digs during archaeological excavations, the clearer the historical background and connotation of the artifacts become. However, the archaeological work at Sanxingdui is the opposite. Experts have become more perplexed as they dig. It is almost like the ninth wonder of the world. So far, the site is known to cover an area of 3.6 square kilometers. Up to now, only 2/1000 of the entire site has been excavated, and the vast majority of the site has not yet been unearthed. At first, experts thought that the contents of Sanxingdui were used for ritual purposes, but the more they excavated, the more they believed that it is not that simple. Some have proposed to revise the descriptive term of Sanxingdui from ritual pit to burial pit, and some even speculate that Sanxingdui Ruins could be a city. Experts in mainland China have repeatedly verified using the carbon-14 dating method. What was unearthed at Sanxingdui was made between 5,000 and 3,000 years ago with a high level of craftsmanship. Some items are difficult to make even in modern times when technology is highly advanced. 3,000 years ago, China was in the Shang Dynasty. In history books, this is how people dressed in that period of history. One notable fact about the Sanxingdui artifacts is that many bronze figures are not related to the Shang Dynasty culture, and the peculiar images have no precedent in human history. For example, this bronze figure with protruding eyes has an exaggerated appearance with a pair of eyes that protrude outward in a cylindrical shape, with a 6.3-inch protrusion that looks like a modern telescope. The ears are spread wide to the sides, and the face shows a mysterious and eerie smile. The large bronze figure is wearing a tuxedo-style robe. The overall height of the statue is 8.6 feet, with the bronze figure standing 5.6 feet tall. This is by far the oldest and tallest bronze statue ever found in world history. The bronze sacred tree, which stands 13 feet tall, seems to match the scale of the bronze figures and masks in the artifact. Large eyes, a long nose, a wide mouth, and long ears are the basic traits of these bronze figures. Normal human beings could not have such facial features, so whose image are these odd human figures imitating? Were there really such strange-looking people living in China thousands of years ago? In addition to the bronze objects, gold masks and gold scepters also have puzzled experts. There were no large copper or gold mines in Sichuan. More than 3,000 years ago, there was no gold mining technology nor gold smelting technology. Ordinary charcoal is generally burned at about 900 degrees Celsius and can only melt bronze. Gold has a melting point of 1064 degrees Celsius. So where did the gold come from, and how was it made into crafts? Moreover, there are ivory and shells. Although the variety is limited, the quantity is substantial. If an elephant has 2 tusks, how many elephants would have to be hunted and killed? Where did so many elephants come from? There are nearly 5,000 shells unearthed. They are evenly sized and some have been polished, indicating that each shell was carefully selected. The source of those shells is also very puzzling to the scientists. The Sichuan Basin is inland, far away from the sea. Some experts have analyzed the shells by instruments and said the shells came from the northern part of the Indian Ocean. In the inland basin of Sanxingdui, why are there so many shells from the distant Indian Ocean? Some of the Sanxingdui artifacts are close to the ancient culture of traditional China in form. For example, on the surface of bronze vessels, one can see the symbol of phoenix tails and a specific pattern, often seen in ancient Chinese ceremonial objects. Regarding the origin of the Sanxingdui culture, many experts and curious Chinese have put forward various hypotheses. For example, the civilization of ancient China, Egyptian civilization, Sumerian civilization, and so on. All these theories are based on one or several types of artifacts excavated from Sanxingdui and by comparing them with other civilizations. If one compares the entire unearthed artifacts with the civilizations mentioned above, these claims cannot be justified when a large number of artifacts are not accounted for. Along with the mystery of the origin of the Sanxingdui civilization, people also wonder about its disappearance. Sanxingdui Ruins are located at 30 degrees north latitude, an area known as the most mysterious latitude in the world. For example, the Mayan civilization, which is full of mysteries, is also located at this latitude. This part of the Earth is known for many mysteries, strange events, and paranormal phenomena. people have speculated various possibilities for the sudden disappearance of the Sanxingdui civilization, such as flooding, war, migration, etc., but they all remain hypothetical due to the lack of evidence. In an article titled "The Cause of the Sichuan Basin Formation and the Mystery of the Sanxingdui Ruins Deciphered," the author pointed out that the Sichuan Basin was formed by the movement of the land plate and the ocean plate during the life cycle of the Earth. Influenced by the Himalayan mountain formation motion, the Sichuan Basin has experienced the transformation from sea basin, lake basin, land basin. So, is it possible that the civilization of Sanxingdui came from the last human civilization and was pushed to the surface of this human civilization during the movement of the Earth's crust? The strange bronze figures unearthed at Sanxingdui may be the images of humans from the last civilization, other prehistoric civilizations, or the images of gods believed in by humans from other periods of civilization and are therefore vastly different from the present human appearance. It is similar to how the Bible says that God made man out of earth. The Chinese say Nuwa made the Chinese out of clay. Such a hypothesis is most unacceptable for the Chinese Communist Party, or CCP, which promotes atheism and evolution. On April 19, 2021, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang also visited the site. He said the Chinese civilization has lasted for thousands of years, and through archaeology, the accumulated and outstanding ancient culture has been continuously carried forward. Although Li Keqiang himself, like many senior CCP officials, may be interested in the mysterious culture here, based on the CCP ideology, the value of these artifacts lies more in its political function. Just as the Confucius Institutes have been promoted worldwide, it is the Communist Party's party culture, not traditional Chinese culture, that is being promoted in the Confucius Institutes. Although the Sanxingdui culture is different from traditional Chinese culture, China's state news agency Xinhua has published an article stating that it's an integral part of Chinese civilization. On the internet, China's little pinks have also associated this with patriotism or more reasons to love the party. Of course, the story given by the Chinese communist media does not convince the Chinese public. As the excavation progresses, more Chinese have begun to ponder, where does this strange civilization come from? Are there aliens in this universe? Have there been many prehistoric civilizations in human history? And what are the reasons for the sudden extinction of those civilizations? In a time when strange celestial events, floods, plagues, and other disasters frequently occur across China, many Chinese have sensed the unusual significance of these clusters of events. The discovery of Sanxingdui ruins may awaken many people confined by Chinese communist textbooks to rethink the ultimate questions of the human body, life, and the universe.